Hi, it's Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at the Moonshave Flex Series Grooming Kit. Keep watching to find out more. Okay, so in today's video we'll be taking a look at the Moonshave. This is the Flex Series Grooming Kit, and this was sent to me free of charge for review purposes, so this is going to be pretty raw. I've never used it before, so we're going to go through, take a look at the accessories we get inside the packaging, see how good it is, check it out in general, then I'm actually going to do a shave, see what my thoughts are. This is going to be essentially pretty much unedited, so yeah, it is going to be what it is. Now, first of all, I will say I do have extremely sensitive skin. I do suffer with shaving. I have used various other shaving products before, which you've possibly seen already, and at the moment I use what is possibly the best shaver on the market for shaving your head, which yeah, is quite an expensive investment. This actually from Moonshave is a really cost-effective version. Also as well, you can get replacement blades which are what I would consider to be super cheap. So if you're looking for a product where you can keep on using it and it's not going to cost you an absolute fortune, and you maybe don't want to outlay on a very expensive product to do your shaving, then this might be right up your street. So let's take a look and see what we get first of all. So obviously you get the box itself, the packaging. It says that it's quick, close, clean and precise, which obviously we'll find out a little bit later on. But what really impressed me about this is actually the level of accessories you get in the pack. Now this costs somewhere in the region of around about £50 here in the UK. There are always offers on their site. There is like a spin and win, so you can get discounts, etc. if you register your email address. I'll put links for all that in the video description so you can check it out for yourself. It does actually appear to be readily available in pretty much most countries. So again, we'll put some links for UK, US, etc, so you can find out the pricing in your local region. But anyway, accessories wise, so obviously you get a instruction leaflet, which yeah, all makes pretty decent sense. You get a USB charging cable. Now to charge this from USB from completely flat, looking at about 2 hours, which is actually quite a long time, but certainly will get the job done. They say it lasts for about 10 to 12 shaves after it's been fully charged, so at the moment obviously I cannot verify that one way or the other. We will be doing a follow-up video on this actually in a few months time, just so you can see how I've been getting on with it and all that kind of stuff. So if you want to see how that goes, obviously stay subscribed and you'll see that in your video feed coming up shortly. So accessories wise, there's a bunch of things. So we get a pre-shave massager, which actually clips on. So I've never actually used one of those before. Whether or not I'm going to try that, I'm not entirely sure, but certainly if you're one of those people that likes to kind of stimulate your beard and your head, etc. before you shave, then certainly that is going to be useful for you. Another cool thing it comes with, which actually is something which a lot of shavers don't come with, and that is a nose hair attachment. So that is for obviously your nose, ears, etc, and I guess you could use it in other areas, but I'll leave that down to your discretion. A really cool feature is this precision shaving attachment. So this is essentially a mini clipper, and it does come with obviously the uncovered blades, and also there are 3 attachments as well. So there's a 3mm, a 5mm and a 7mm. So if you're someone who's got a beard but you like to have some of that 80s designer stubble, then certainly you can use that, and for various other body parts. Obviously if you want to get busy with your tallywhacker, you're more than welcome to do so. Another feature, which again, I've never actually used myself, this is an exfoliating brush. So you can use that and that will remove dead skin, etc. Whether or not you use that before or after shave, I honestly don't know. You could use it for both. The choice is entirely up to you. And actually, to kind of cut down on plastics, what they've done is they've made it so this is detachable. So you just pull that off and then you can get the other attachment and push it on. So again, saving on plastics and also keeps down the bulk that you might want to take with you if you're traveling. Now sadly this doesn't actually come with a travel kit of sorts, so you probably have to take it in the box or just stick it in a bag or something. Would have been nice to have seen some kind of little nylon bag just to keep all this in, but yeah, it is what it is. Also included is pretty much essential is a cleaning brush, so you can use that to clean out hairs from the shaver itself. And talking to the shaver itself, let's take a look at it. So this is actually a really nice little design. It's very compact, so it's going to fit into most bags easily. Got some nice grips on the side there, so when you're actually shaving, you've got something to actually grip onto. If you're one of those people that likes to shave in the shower, then obviously if it had a completely smooth surface, that's going to get slippy and you're likely to drop it. So having the grippy bits on the side is very useful. You've obviously got the 5-blade shaving attachment, which is attached out of the box. Very easy to take off as well. All you do is just a little bit of pressure and you can pull it off of the head itself. So for changing the blades out, which they recommend you do kind of every 3 months or so, you can do that again. They are very cheap to replace. It does have a floating head design, which is all articulated. So that's going to make it nice and easy to adjust to the various contours of your face and obviously your head and potentially down there. So yeah, all very good. Again, comes off very, very easily to interchange with the other attachments. So you can just push that on and that's it. It locks into position. Really, really good. Another cool feature, which again is always missing from these kind of devices, or at least in my opinion, is a built-in trimmer as well. So if there's other sections you want to do, maybe there's slight areas that are difficult to get to, then you have got the flip out trimmer as well. So if you're taking this traveling, you don't want to take the precision trimmer with you, then you can use that to adjust little bits, sideburns, that kind of thing. So if you're using this just as a shaver and you have a head of hair, unlike myself, then I'm guessing, yes, you could use that to trim very, very easily. So the unit itself, really good. You've got two LEDs on there. There is one which says low battery. So obviously when the battery gets low, you don't really want to carry on using it because it will damage the longevity of the battery. There is also a charging LED, which is red when it's charging and extinguishes when it's ready to go. In the middle, nice, easy to find, there is a power button to turn the device on, and when it's on, obviously, you do get the battery light on there. So when the battery is low, that's going to start flashing, etc. So yeah, overall, pretty decent. I like the shape of it. Feels pretty nice in the hand. So the best thing to do now is to give this thing a try and see what it's actually like. I'm going to show you some footage now. I did some close-ups earlier of my head and also my beard, etc. This is in 4K, so yeah, it's all warts and all, so you'll see all of that. And then we'll do some close-ups after when I finish so you can see what it's actually like. So let's get started with the shave. Now I'm going to start off with the facial area, see how that goes. So again, put your head on and let's get into it. Now the first thing I'm noticing, and you probably can't hear me very well because of the shaver, but I haven't shaved in probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. And the first thing I'm noticing is it's not actually tugging hairs. Normally if you've left it for a little while, then it will start tugging at your hairs and it's quite painful. But actually this feels quite smooth. And again, if you want to, you can use this with water or your shaving foam, shaving oils, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, feels pretty good. Seems to adjust to the contours okay. Okay, so let's stop there a second and see what it's actually like, and it's actually really, really smooth. I'll give you a close-up of that so you can see what it's actually like, and you can obviously compare it before and after. So there you go, there is a horrendous close-up, which I'm not overly happy about, but you can see it's actually done a really good job. You can see there is a little bit of left over there, and obviously where I've not done it very much there. But yeah, it's actually very, very smooth. Pretty good. I don't like the close-ups though, so go away. So we go, done the rest of it, and actually, yeah, it feels pretty good. There's a little bit around the edges there. My neck always gets really, really sore when I'm shaving, especially if I've left it for a few days. And see, there's a little bit of redness there. That is predominantly, with any shaver, you're going to have to get used to the blades. Brand new blades need bedding in a little bit. Really, you're going to need to use this at least 3, 4, 5 times just for the blade to bed in a little bit, and also for your skin to basically get used to a new shaver. Even if you're using an existing shaver, because the pressure and the blades and the angle of them, etc., are going to be different, then you are going to have to wait for your skin to get used to it. That is a matter of fact. There's nothing you can do about it. Some of you have got particularly tough skin, then you might find it's absolutely fine, but for, I'll say, I've got particularly sensitive skin, and yeah, it's going to take a little while to get used to. But actually, it's not too bad, and it doesn't really feel like it's burning, but it feels like it's been shaved. It does feel very nice and pretty close, actually. That is, yeah, not too bad. There's a little bit of mist there again, so let's try and get that bit. Much better. So that feels, I feel like I'm 10 years younger, I really do. Got that baby skin glow going on, which is always good. So on the desk, there's a little bit of hair, very, very small amount. That is one of those things with these type of shavers, you're never going to collect all of it, but it is going to collect it inside there. So again, you can empty that out, and let's open that up and give it a tap. Yeah, it's collected plenty in there. Actually, yeah, that's collected quite a lot. Again, I haven't shaved for a little while, so it is what it is. So the more important bit now is to do the head. Now again, you've seen some close-ups of the head before, so let's see how well it does. Now really, technically you should clean this out and do it all over again, but I'm lazy like that and most of us don't have time, so let's just get straight into it. Something I'm noticing straight away actually, the bit around the ears is always hard to do. But because this is actually quite slim, it fits in around there really nicely. Now whether you do it in straight lines or whether you do it circular pattern, whatever, ideally you want to do it in circular patterns because then that's going to move the hairs in all the different angles. But again, depending on your skin type and your hair type, then just do whatever works best for you. I'd quite often do lines forward and back, and if there's any kind of problem areas towards the back where it's a little bit thicker, then you want to do some circular motions. So there we go, all done. It's actually feeling really nice and smooth. Again, with most things you might find that if you're using this in the shower or something after, or whatever, just to get rid of some of the extra hairs which you missed. We all do it. I don't care what any of the advertisements say that it's a perfect shave every time. That is absolute nonsense. It never happens, at least not in my experience anyway. But this is pretty much as close as I can get to being perfect. It feels really nice, feels really smooth, and considering these are brand spanking new blades, literally straight out of the box, I've got a little bit of irritation on my neck, which, to be honest with you, I always get. If you've watched any of my live streams, you'll notice that if I have a shave before a stream, it's always red raw. Well, not red raw, but you get the general idea. But it's very smooth, works very well. And I've got to be honest with you, for the money, this is actually pretty bloody good. I am ultimately impressed. The fact that you get all the other bits in there, which are really handy to have, such as the nose trimmer and obviously the precision trimmer and all that kind of stuff, the exfoliator should you want to use it, all that kind of gear. Yeah, it's a very, very good package. I would love to be able to fault it, but I can't. Other than possibly the only thing I would like to have seen would have been a digital readout to give you an idea of your battery levels. The trimmer on the top is a very welcome addition. So yeah, it's very handy to have. And yeah, the fact that the blades are relatively inexpensive to replace. I think there was a pack of 3 on their site for some in the region of about £25 here in the UK. So yeah, I think for an actual head replacement, that is pretty cheap. And if you look at some of the other comparable models on the market, you'll find you're going to spend considerably more money than that for replacement heads, or it'll be just a company which sells a cheap and cheerful, which doesn't have any option for replacement. So it's kind of like a one-shot deal. But overall, Moonshave, yep, I think you've done pretty well. I would say if I was to give this a rating out of 10, it's got to be an 8.5 out of 10, maybe even a 9. Again, would like to have seen the option of a digital display for the battery levels. But other than that, yeah, I think it's pretty bloody good. So anyway, let me know what you think about this one in the comment section below. But for the meantime, I've been Mike. This is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To. And hopefully we'll catch you in the follow-up video. Thanks for watching.